It is.
I'm so into you.
I really like
I really
what
like.
you've done to me, baby. I can't really explain, but I
I
am so
into
into
you.
you. You.
Y'all not ready for that. Y'all not ready.
Well, we know it's a remake, but who
Y'all
is
I'm
not
this?
ready.
so
Right.
into
It definitely is a
you,
remake. It definitely is a remake. You feel me?
girl.
It's a fire remake, though. You know, you
It's
probably heard
beautiful.
it, right?
It's beautiful.
I'm sure you've heard it on if you're on Instagram, TikTok. He has one of those reels that is called REELS reels.
Mm-hmm.
That's the overlay right there. But since we are live, I'm gonna go ahead and play a little bit more of this guy because man, I just dig him. That sound all right to y'all? Not too loud, not too low. Good. All right, here we go. I know y'all remember this one. Let me see if y'all remember. And it is Wednesday night, y'all. We are live here on Gentlemen After Dark. Yeah.
Yours, mine, ours. I could do this for hours. Sit and talk to you for hours.
Ooh, I remember.
Your flowers, some champagne,
Hey.
showers, or a shrimp and lobster
Is
tower.
that the same guy?
But it's you
It
that
is.
gets devoured. Ooh, when you do
what you do,
I'm empowered.
I'm empowered. Anywho, Gentlemen After Dark, good evening, good evening, good evening. I'm going to stop playing with y'all. We're going to get right into this. Good evening. We got people in the building. I see y'all. Let me go ahead and just do roll call. Thank y'all for being here this evening. Roll call. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's not be disrespectful. Let's do this like we are supposed to do. The gentleman way, right? Or gentleman after dark way, shall I say? Ooh, I'm mixing up worlds now. Gentleman after dark. We're gonna go ahead and get us started like this.
Oh, look.
This has its
Hey, I'm trying to bring the West back. Tell them that I said that. Avenue to true respect the youth surviving setbacks. I'm from where you gotta keep it glocky for the get back. And every time I drive somebody yaki on my dispatch, got it like, ooh, like the way you move, like the way you talking, how you doing what you do, like the way you step 1, 2, 1, 2. Get to know me, baby, take a walk in my shoes. I be dropping hits, ayy, every hit is critical. Is I'm from the hood where it's good and political. My dance be gorilla, I'm a big individual. Had to learn to shoot cause niggas spooky for the physical. Ruger with a beam on it, body spin a G on it. Yesterday's price ain't today's up the fee on them. Family I don't need, homie, always spending tea on me. Funny sipping walk the only time I ever leaned on them, yes, Lord.
I know I'm late for the summer, but I'm here with the heat. Oh, y'all don't know nothing about that. It is Gentlemen After Dark Wednesday, you guys. Good evening to you, Rolinda, Pretty Wings. Thank you for tuning in. It's my brother, Eric Johnson, but we call him Clutch. Soul, Body, Mind, Detox. Dana! Good evening to you, ma'am. Thank you for being here. All the way from the YouTube world, as well as Miss Dana. Come on, Googleina. Why is you all over here? Be quiet. She is just doing too much today. Anywho, Lolo's in the building. Thank you for being here, ma'am. I appreciate you. Long time no see. Keisha Wagner, I see you. My brother, Busy V-Rod. Harley, what up with you, man? Reload. It's a joke right there. We've been in the metaverse having a lot of good fun here. All the way from Detroit, you guys. This is my brother, Reaper. What's up, man? What up, though? Avali, good evening to you, ma'am. I'm going to need you to go ahead and join me one night on this here show and sing a song for me, not with me, for me. I just want to sit back and listen. Let's see here. Michelle Finnison's in the building. Good evening, Michelle. Thank you for being here. Tamara's in the building all the way from Memphis, Tennessee. Good evening, ma'am. How you feeling? Let's see. Really? Lolo says, panties getting thrown right there. Keep them
talking about the
draws
music?
on. Keep them draws on. We don't need no problems. We had enough last week. We don't need no more problems this week. You feel me? Oh, shoot. Keita, all the way from the NOG. That's New Orleans, you guys. New Orleans is in the building tonight. Miss Darlene's in the building. Good evening to you, ma'am. Thank you for being here. My brother, by way of the High Rollers, John Epps. What up, E-Flat? What up to you, man? And I think I got one last person, Pandit. Pandit, we're going to see you this weekend, Sunday, maybe? Anywho, tonight's episode of Gentlemen After Dark, you guys, is it's going to be an interesting one. And I'm doing all of this. I need to get a mouse for this thing, and then I won't have to do all of that. Tonight's episode is, brought to you by the San Diego, Los Angeles Gentlemen MC, as well as our Inland Empire and Inglewood chapters. We are hosting a summer kickoff day party this Sunday, June the 5th. The doors will open up promptly at about 11 a.m. Come on down, hang out with us. Come get a burger or something, buy a drink. It's not too early to have a frosty beverage. Tonight's episode, Gentlemen After Dark, dating the game. Interesting, huh? What y'all think about that? Y'all good? Yeah, okay. Well,
yeah.
So we are missing a few souls this evening. Miss 3 won't be with us this evening. She is coming back in hot from Atlanta. Snoopy Cliff Mello, he got held hostage at the that place that he works at. We ain't gonna give him no promo. But they holding them hostage. Right. They holding them hostage. So let's see what happens. Miss Day, I have not heard from, and Miss Amanda, I haven't heard from her either. So hopefully they'll be here. But if not, we have, let's start off like this. We got that dude all the way from Memphis, Tennessee, the dude, Devin. By way of Phoenix, Arizona, we got Fuego. And last but not least, and no, she's not my girlfriend, Tanya Tatum, 100 proof. Oh man, I just had to say that.
With that.
Hey man, I'm gonna be petty. I'm sorry. I apologize, but Tanya said it nice and clear last week. And here we are a week later and we still hearing it, but I get it, but Tanya's my friend. I'm her friend. As Fuego is my friend, I'm her friend. As the dude Devin is my friend, and I'm his friend. So anywho, we're gonna start it off with Michelle Fennison, as she says, it definitely be a game. It be a game, this whole dating thing. So let me just say or ask, when you guys saw the title of tonight's episode, what came to mind first for you as an individual?
Ladies?
It's hard. Look, it's hard. It's hard in these streets.
It's hard in these streets. I'll take that one.
What I thought about was just disappointment.
Oh, disappointment. And what exactly are you disappointed with or at?
I don't know. I just think at our age that there shouldn't be so many games being played, that we're just grown and we should be able to be truthful, forthcoming, and communicate better than some of these folks out here do.
Right. Okay, I feel you. My brother made it, y'all, all the way from an undisclosed place. It's my brother,
I only got
Cliff
a few
Mello.
minutes.
He got away. We heard you got kidnapped, brother.
He He didn't escape from that big house. You feel me? You feel me?
I wish.
Hey.
Look,
He got out and
Fuego
just pat the cop like, all right, I guess I go back in there.
Right?
But you got away.
said disappointment.
Right.
What's that?
I'm gonna say a waste of time.
Okay.
Pretty
So
much.
oh, look, she coming in, y'all. What?
Hey, Miss Day.
Hey, y'all. Hey.
Miss Hey.
Stay in the building.
Hey, that's what's up. So
What's good, black people?
we all good. We all good. So I'm
Good,
glad y'all
good.
made it. You know, we're gonna be mindful of Snoopy Cliff Mellow's time. Gonna make sure we get all we can get in from him as soon as possible. The question on the board right now is when you saw tonight's topic hit the screen for yourself, what was the first thing that came to mind? Dating the game. What came to mind for you?
An actual game.
Mm.
Because folks, like you were just saying, folks be playing games. Like,
Polo's comment.
you don't have to do all that. You see what I'm saying? Like, are you getting points for this? I don't know. That's what
But life is a game.
It is.
It's so
it's a sub game.
You just got to know how to play it, and that dating is part of that game. That's just another section.
It's another set of levels.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just prefer to sit on the sideline then when it came to dating. After being married for 20, then straight to another relationship for 10 with somebody I already knew, and maybe getting out there a little bit in between, but I'd rather be single.
Well,
okay.
So.
Well, there we go. That says a whole lot right there. I'd rather be single.
Circumstances are a little different for me now, but when I was dating, who I'm dating now was a friend already. So it's not like I got back out there with random strangers and had to do all that getting to know you and all that shit. So
getting to know you. Yeah,
Girl, I don't date strangers.
See, he said friend. Remember I said about the men and them friends? Ta-da!
Yeah.
I hate to pop my collar, but I'm a pop my collar.
Yeah,
you're right with that one.
They not necessary. I mean, I don't date. I don't really date like people I meet in the gas station and stuff like that. Like I don't really date people. We have to be like a friend of a friend, somebody I've been knowing. But
You ain't gonna date the guy that
girl.
wash your windows.
Right? Can I wash your windows?
Can I wash your windows and get your number?
Yeah, that's gonna be a negative.
You live around here?
Okay.
I mean, people hit you up just on Facebook or even like online. There's not even having to meet people at the club, church, through friends. It's all people doing it online and stuff now too, and it just wasn't for me. Scary.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
okay, because people crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think with us going through the pandemic, I wasn't supposed to say that out loud because certain people don't want to talk about that. But with COVID doing what it did to us, it really amplified this whole virtual dating, if you will. The social media, hey, I saw you on Facebook, I saw you on Snoopy Cliff Mellow's page, and man, I'm digging you. And then next thing you know, we didn't exchange numbers, or worst case scenario, because of social media, you know how you get those those unwanted phone calls in your inbox, video calls, like
scammers.
I don't even know you. Why are you calling my phone? Because social media has your phone number and they figure I'm gonna just hit the video icon and I'm gonna call you.
So, wow.
Yeah. That part. But anywho, so we're gonna talk, you guys. Let's talk about this dating scenario. I'm gonna call it. I'm just gonna say this for the record. I ain't said it in a minute. I'm not a psychiatrist. gynecologist, nor am I a gynecologist.
But you play one on TV.
Hey, I'm not a relationship expert or none of that.
But I do give free exams, depending on who you are.
You got to keep it going, To anybody except me.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, you saying I'm gonna charge you?
No. I'm saying I'm not included in the free exam.
Oh my God.
I didn't say no names.
Quit it. Anywho, so the thoughts are the thoughts of the individuals who are here. Okay. No one is here. No one is last time I said this, I got in trouble, but I'm gonna try it again. No one's here. No one here is a paid professional to be Amanda, where you at? Anywho, we're not here. We're not relationship gurus. Everybody has been through something or going through something, and that's the angle that we are approaching this. We all know somebody that knows somebody that's been through something. When it comes to dating, the games that are played with dating, it could be from the guy's standpoint, it could be from the women's standpoint, it could be from both parties. It's just the game that we play. Y'all remember that song? Mm-hmm. So let me start off with this. Last week we started with the fellas in submission. Ladies, it's your turn. What's the most difficult part to dating? What's the most difficult part?
Probably the man not knowing what he wants.
And I think determining who's worth wasting your time on, who's worth investing your time.
Okay, thank you. Because she said,
"Sorry,
what?
I
I'm gonna need you to put one of them glasses down."
Yeah.
She having flashbacks.
Hey.
One.
Oh, okay. Miss Day, where you at with it? Oh Lord, she done disappeared.
Okay, what was the correct? What's the most difficult part of dating?
Yes.
For me, the most difficult part of dating is meeting someone that I connect with.
Okay.
That's the most difficult part of dating for me because I am not like a regular. I don't know. For me, I'm not like a regular person. In
you from Mars or something?
relationships. Yes, I am.
They all
I
are.
mean, as far as I'm like very spontaneous. I don't want to, I'm going to go with the flow. I'm very spontaneous. I might want to get up at 1 o'clock in the morning and take a ride along the coast. I'm going to need somebody to be able to do that with me. I might want to be at a bar and some music come on and be like, hey, dance with me. And instead of the person being embarrassed because other people are around, I need somebody to vibe with me and just go with the flow. Okay. Try new things. Like once we get into a certain age, we be so comfortable. We don't want to try nothing new. We don't want to go past, the street that we only know our 4 blocks on. You know what I'm saying? So that's the most difficult part for me is finding somebody who is chill. Pretty much.
Compatible with you.
And I think also too, one of the stumbling rocks I'm coming across, or blocks or mountains or whatever we're going to use here tonight, honesty. Saying what it is. This is what we're going to do. This is what you want. This is what you don't want. This is what I'm looking for, not looking for. Just put it on the table.
Yeah.
It saves us all a lot of time, or wasted time, as Fuego said. It just saves us time. I know that dating is a game, But at our ages, you should have figured out the game by now, I think.
Right. Right.
You should know what it is at this point.
Uh-oh. I hear
Come
somebody.
on, Mello.
I
Was
hear
that you,
somebody.
That's
I hear
Come on,
somebody
that's
Mello.
chuckling.
Snoopy laughing.
Hold on before we release the hounds. Hold
Come
on.
on, Mello.
Release
Ladies,
the hands.
anybody else?
Yeah,
I like
because
Darlene's comment on there.
Who's
We
Darlene.
Darlene.
Darlene? Weeding through the sea of lies and misdirections.
Yeah.
Mm, mm,
That
mm.
went along with what Tanya said. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's to me it's way harder than it has to be. And I feel like
Right.
it's harder than it has to be because nobody wants to tell the truth. Just say what you want. If we're sitting down, whether it's drinks, smoking a blunt, however we're getting to know each other, just say what it is. It's way too hard right now, and it don't have to be that hard.
I agree.
I
And
like
at this age, why are we still playing games?
Right, right.
Why are we
I
still
like what
playing games?
Michelle has to say. The most difficult for me is to know if we are actually dating.
Yep.
Well, we're gonna come
Well,
back to
you know
that.
how I think.
I'm
Look,
gonna
if we
star.
hold hands,
I'm gonna
we
star that
together.
one because we're gonna come back
You
to
my
that
old
one for
man.
real. You're an old man. Here we go. Okay, fellas. Same
You
Come
my
question.
on,
old man.
What's the
come
most
on,
difficult
Mello.
part to dating? And
Come on,
some of us
Mello.
is married, and some of us is got the live-in girl, and all of that good stuff. But again, you've been there before, so speak on it.
Devin, oh, you want me to
He gonna point. I pointed at him. He gonna call by name.
go? Well, see, I'm sitting here trying
Not
to.
all the men at once. Not
Okay,
don't go all at once.
I-
I'm just talking about me, but the women here, and I'm not singling anybody out, and I'm not accusing you of. I've heard those same comments from all the women about the honesty, and honesty is the best policy. You say what it is, and me at this age, whatever I say, that's what I mean. I
yeah.
reserve the right to change my mind based on the facts. With that said, if I do come at you a certain way, no matter what my status is, I tell you the truth, you have that option to go whichever way you're going to go with it. Now, what happens, and here's where the games come from, and I can only speak from a man perspective because I'm a man. Okay, I give you that honesty, but then you want to change the dynamic of it to put yourself in a position where you're not in that position based on the truth that I disclosed to you. Now I'm gonna tell you which way it is from the jump. Well, you gonna roll with it or you not gonna roll with it, and that's not a game. If I told you what it is,
No.
now you can't change that, or you not with it, but then you go somewhere else. You start dating another guy or seeing another guy, but then you come back to me to tell me your problems and issues and da 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 da. And I like to call it the EDG, the
Uh-oh.
emergency dick in the glass.
Oh.
Mm.
You want to pull me out when it's convenient for you. See, that's why I said this is the game, and I know how it is. I've been taught by the best women. I'm gonna just say it like that. But
Shoot.
you guys are not in a position to even admit that.
What do you?
So it don't matter what age you in. The games are dating. That's why I said dating is a game. You just got people don't they want to change the rules of the game.
Mm.
In basketball, you get 5 fouls, not 6. Well, you get 6 fouls, excuse me, then you foul out.
He
You
file
got
out.
5 to use. There's no
Mhm.
there's no changing that. So if I told you from the jump, we just dating, we just friends, we just kicking it. Next thing you know, you got it. You come to my house, I see a toothbrush there, I see a comb there. This ain't what this is. And I told you the truth from that. So how is that game plan?
I
So
think it depends on the women though, because like you said, once you give the narrative and you say what it is, you can't come back and change it. But that's on both sides. Men do it also. But then not all women are or can accept what you've given them. Some say they can, some can't. So it just depends on the type of woman that you're dating, but you have to know the woman that you're dating.
Right.
Because some, whatever you tell her, she may be cool with it and we good. Then another one, you may tell her that very same thing and she's somewhere stalking you in the bushes.
Mm.
Uh,
Mm.
like, how can I? Oh man.
So, I mean, it just depends on the woman.
Okay. I'm gonna just say it like this: it's a lot of y'all women, and I hear that same comment. I'm not saying you, but
Hmm.
the comment you made. Just tell me the truth. When they get the truth, in the words of Jack Nicholson, you can't handle the truth because once again, eventually, and some men on here can attest to it, that rule or that truth tries to get changed. And I don't think, and like I said, at this age, it is what it is. It's not a game. If I'm comfortable dating you, taking you out to eat, and then going home, taking you home, you staying over a few times and going home, that's not a game. That's just the life I'm gonna live. I'm not gonna lock
Right,
you down. I'm not
right,
expecting you to be locked down either. Now, if you're looking for something else, don't blame me for living my truth. Just go find what you're looking for.
right.
And I think women get confused with that. Oh, we've been dating for 60. He's 50 years old and he ain't made me his main thing, or he ain't moved me in. He ain't asked me to marry. Guess what? He's 50. This is the life he used to. So maybe you need to find some younger dude who want more out of that, or some 50-year-old who wants to look for a mate.
Hmm.
Mm. Is it all right if I do this? Okay, thank you. Good evening, Miss Amanda. Miss Amanda's in the building, y'all.
Good morning.
Hi, Amanda.
Carry on. The dude, what you got to say? Because we got to bounce back to Amanda after the dude.
Okay. I didn't really have a whole lot. I just looked at the tape now. But now literally it's kind of like one of them things like what Miss Day said. It's like when you are not weird, but just when you do your own thing, you different, you don't try to blend in. It's not necessarily the easiest thing in the world to run across somebody who is like, okay, yeah, I don't know what that is, but tell me about it. I'm interested in that. You see what I'm saying? Because it's always what does society say, or what is the norm? What is most people that you know, like you said, in the 4 block radius around you, what are they into? What do they listen to? What do they watch? What do they do for fun? And if you do anything outside of that parameter, now all of a sudden you're the weirdo. No, you just do different stuff. You don't like the same things that people like. Kind of like when they say that people like anime now, like y'all was laughing at us when we was watching anime years ago. So it's the same thing. Like no matter what that is. So when you dealing with the dating game, it's the same way because it's like you might have somebody who they just love you just in private because when they go out with you and you are who you are, you might want to dress like Pee Wee Herman, you know. And then you go out and she was like, they like, oh, who is that? Oh, this dude I know from around the way. But that's your dude, though. That's your man. Yeah, he got on a Pee Wee Herman tuxedo. But if you love him, just now you got to be yourself. Sometimes people don't like to be forced to be who they really are. But you get with somebody who is like that, you're gonna eventually end up like that. You like, I don't care what nobody says. I like to be just like Pee Wee Herman too. You see? So I think that's kind of like the difficult part to accept who you really are and how you really move yourself, and then allow somebody else to appreciate that as well as accept it.
Okay. We're going to catch Miss Amanda up. Miss Amanda, tonight's question of the night. What's the most difficult part to dating?
Can she hear you?
I can hear.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you now. We hear you now. I'm sorry.
Okay, because my screen is frozen, so it's showing
Snap.
that it's still muted. But you guys can
Okay.
hear me, right?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, awesome. So the question was, what's the most difficult part to dating?
Yes.
Okay, so generally speaking, I think people don't really communicate what their expectations are, um, which makes dating difficult, even though it really shouldn't be. Because I mean, when you think about it, dating is really just the process of getting to know another person, you know. Um,
Wait,
but
wait. Please,
I
one
can't,
more
I can't
time.
see anything.
It's okay. Just say what you just said about dating. What is dating? Say
I,
that,
I
please.
mean, well, for me in my mind, if you're dating someone, it's a process of, I mean, obviously you're attracted to them or you're, and I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean physically, but you're attracted to them on some level or another to where you want to get to know that person a little bit better. So I think of dating as that process of getting to know that person that you're interested in a little bit better. But I think where people have difficulty sometimes is like they're not really communicating what their expectations are from the dating relationship. Like, and I understand sometimes, you know, where some people say, okay, well, you know, you do this with this person and they take it to a whole nother extreme. Um, or you know, the opposite, you know, you're doing something, but it's not necessarily seen as enough. Overall, I think if people communicate what their expectations are up front and if they're realistic about them and they're not trying to like change, you know, what someone else said to begin with or what someone else's expectations are, or like they're taking people literally for the most part. I don't foresee that being an issue. But a lot of times people are like, oh, okay, well, this person said one thing, but they mean this. Or, you know, like, okay, he said he doesn't want a relationship, but he's not acting like you know, he's acting like he wants to be with me. He's doing these things. And I'm just, you know, I'm thinking of some scenarios that I've come across in my lifetime with my girlfriends. You know, he's acting like he wants to be with me. He's acting like he wants to be a partner, be something significant. And it's kind of like, okay, but like if that's not what's being expressed, you know, go with what's being expressed. But then too, and I will say this on the flip side of that, and this is for, and some ladies I know can definitely attest to this, because I've experienced this as well. There's been occasions where, like, you know, those conversations have been had up front, and you know, fellas are like, okay, you know, we're gonna do this, we're gonna take it slow, we're just dating, we're just filling the situation out. And myself and a few of my lady friends have been like, okay, cool, that's what we're doing. And if you see me today, and we're together today, then that's great. But if you see me in the streets with somebody else, remember, we're not together. So, like, you know, just throw me the peace sign or give me a, you know, quiet nod and keep it pushing. And I've had guys tell me, well, that's playing games. And I'm like, but how? How is that playing games when, if on one hand the expectation that was voiced to me as the woman is, okay, well, you know, we're getting to know one another. Okay, so I'm gonna get to know you, and if Tom over here decides to call and says okay, I'm gonna get to know him too, because I'm not your lady. We're dating. We're getting to know one another. But I find a lot of times with the fellas that, you know, what's good for the goose is not always good enough for the gander. So it's not just necessarily all the ladies. I think a lot of times we're mischaracterized as, oh, you guys want too much too soon. A lot of times it's like some of us are really out here like, okay, well, you lay down the rules, you lay down the foundation. Okay, that's what I'm a rock with. But, you know, people get a little touchy sometimes when you know, you do things and you move in ways a little bit better than them. So that's what I'm gonna say about that. For now, anyway. But yeah, those are my thoughts on dating collectively. And yeah, I can't even see who's laughing right now, but yeah,
Lolo,
I'm sure
and
somebody's
Amanda.
gonna jump in.
Let,
I wish I
let
could
me
see.
let me let me just give you this, Amanda,
But real,
because you
real
You
quick,
always
know it ain't nobody
real
but
quick,
Snoop.
real
Okay,
quick,
I thought you were gonna blame me. You usually blame me.
real quick.
I know, Devin, I do, but
huh?
I can see you.
Wait,
I
hold
may
on.
hop on and hop off because I don't know what's going on. So yeah.
Okay, got it. Well, before you hop off, oh well.
She's out of there.
She
Oh
jumped
my
off.
God, she did. She was freezing up over there. She'll be back. So look, I start 2 comments, because I'm curious.
Date them all and may the best man win.
Oh, oh.
That's what I say.
Michelle said the most difficult for me is to know if we are actually dating.
That was a good one.
That's an excellent one. So
Why is that excellent?
why? Because
Because
some.
anybody that you going out with, you going on a date.
Damn it.
Right.
So
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
yeah, I mean,
Okay.
Nah,
Because that seems like it should be
anybody
the
that you
most difficult.
that you going out to dinner or to the movies with, that's a date, unless you
if
Dutch.
That's why I think because it
Okay.
should say the most difficult part for me is to know if we are actually in a relationship.
actually
Because if
dating.
because if I
In a
no in a
relationship.
relationship. Because if I ask, like Dana said, if I ask you to go to McDonald's, that's a date. If I ask you to go to the
We got a
movies,
different concept
that's
of
a
it. I understand.
that's a date.
Right.
So what are we doing here?
He said, "What are we
Is it
doing here?"
See,
we
Ooh.
dating and
I'm
like
looking.
and sorry because I got to get ready to go.
Yeah, go ahead, go
But
ahead.
like Amanda
Already?
said, I was going to comment on Amanda's when she says uh, when I see you in the street or
Mhm.
there's feelings involved, this and that, and we lay the ground rules. When we go, we lay the ground rules for us to go out for that particular amount of time. Whatever time I have with you, that is your time. Now, if you happen to be with somebody else, if I don't want to say a real G, but for the lack of another vernacular, a real G gonna be like, okay, she with this dude. But if the problem I would have in that situation, if you trying to play me a game and say, oh, I'm not seeing nobody else, and then I see you with somebody else, now I'm gonna have to do you like the Drake song said, I'm gonna have to go over there and give you a hug. That hug, you see when y'all used to fuck. Because guess what? He gonna know, oh, something happened. Either they fucking or they have fucked. So that's how I'm gonna do that. Don't pretend it's one way when it's another way. That's
But
the only issue I would have. But if I say we're not exclusive and I see you with somewhere, no, I'm not gonna be salty about it because it is what it is, and that's what all grown folks should do
So just be
because
That's
upfront
what
with
they
it.
should do, but not
that's what
all
they.
men do it.
But that's not like I said. All women, like she said, oh, my game is tighter. The only way that you think your game is tighter if you haven't expressed that to me, and then I see you with somebody else. Then you get that oops face, that buckwheat, those eyes that get. That's the only way. Come on now. Like I said, I've been taught by the best.
Okay.
I don't went through this.
What?
It,
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
look,
What? Who
key
are we talking
word.
about when I said my game is tighter or somebody else? I'm sorry. I just joined back into the broadcast.
no, if when you made the general uh comment that the man will get upset because maybe my game is tighter. Not saying you, but I'm sure you're being general. That I was explaining the only way I would be upset or have some if you said that you weren't see and I wouldn't even be upset because at that point it is what it is. If you said that oh, I'm not seeing nobody else, and then I'm out randomly and I see you with somebody else. Come on now, you talk about communication, but you're not communicating. Just
Well,
say
that's
what it is.
lying. That's not what
But
I'm
y'all
talking
ain't
about, though.
exclusive.
but
No,
I
no, it's
That's
not lying.
lying.
But
Yeah.
I think she was. I think Amanda was saying in terms of having a conversation with a guy, and the guy is saying he don't want nothing or he's not
Exclusive.
interested, and then she's saying, so since this is not what you want, if you see me with somebody else,
Exactly.
the deuces up. So it's not like we're lying to you. I mean, if we go out on a date and you tell me that this is not what you're looking for right now, cool. So when you see me in the street, speak and keep it pushing because this is not what you wanted.
Right.
No, I got that, but that's what I made the comment even before that. I said if I see you like that, it is cool, and that's why I said a real dude. If that's what it is, I don't have no problem with that. But then, like I said, she added the comment. Maybe he upset because my game is tighter. I didn't get that.
Well, the reason
So
why I
that's what
say that, I'm sorry, Mello. I'm sorry.
no. That's what confused me. A game tighter. That means you haven't communicated that you are going to see somebody.
So to clarify, what I meant by that was a lot of times, and this is the mentality that I've come across with various men, is that they will say when they're not ready to commit or they don't, want to be in a relationship, whatever the case may be, they want to be the quintessential bachelor. Let's just put it like that, which is absolutely fine if that's what you want to do. It's like, okay, they think that because we are women, that our sole goal is to be monogamous and in a relationship with somebody. So a lot of times the thought process is, and I've had men in my family, I have a plethora of male cousins, a plethora of uncles. The conversation is always like, oh, y'all can't do what we can do. And y'all, because y'all want to be with somebody, that's y'all's nature to nurture and to be with someone. And it's just kind of like, hold on. So when I say you think you can do one thing better or my game is tighter than yours, don't assume that as a woman that my only goal in dating is to be with you. And a lot of dudes have told me like, okay, well, I told you I was gonna, that I didn't want to be exclusive, but I was shocked to see you out. What, you thought I was gonna be sitting at home reading a book while you was out with Lisa?
Exactly.
Like, what does that
Exactly.
mean? And so that's what I mean. Game is tighter. I'm not saying I'm lying or not communicating, but it's like the thought process is like, I'm telling you that that I don't want to be in a relationship, that I don't want to be exclusive with you. But the thought process with a lot of men is, oh, but because you're a woman, your goal is monogamy. Your goal is that you're going to be at the house with that book while I'm out here with Lisa, Tanisha, and Tanya. And it's like, it's a lot of us women that are like, okay, yeah, you do you. And
Amanda, I be trying to tell them that all the time. They
I'm gonna
don't
be over
listen to
here.
me.
I'm gonna be over here.
D, I'm talking about
Okay.
these.
All
I
right.
be expressing that all the time.
But
Not all women want to be in a relationship. I say that at least once a week.
Okay, this is for my man. This free game. Don't put nothing past nobody. Nobody.
absolutely.
I don't care if she do tell you you the only one. Don't put nothing past nobody. Then you won't be surprised. But definitely, if you say we ain't exclusive, so if you see it with somebody else, you said y'all not exclusive. Don't be mad.
Right.
You can't be mad. It is what it is. Enjoy the time. In the words of my late great President Zeus, is it my turn yet? So when it's your turn, enjoy that time.
Exactly. Exactly.
Deuces.
Thank you, Mello.
That's my
Clifton.
brother, y'all. Snoopy Cliff Mello.
Have a good night.
I love y'all.
Have
Bye,
a good
Love
night.
Mello.
you, Snoop.
That
Bye.
guy
I
right
like it,
there,
man.
boy.
Back and
How did I
forth.
know
We
he
did.
was gonna say that? How did I know that? How did I know he was gonna say it?
That's stuff
But
that you want to hear on the set.
oh,
When it's your
shoot,
turn, it's your turn.
Exactly.
shoot, be do. I'm gonna just move us around a little bit, Dev. I'm gonna break this up a little bit. Woo.
I'm just,
Whoopity
sound your
whoop.
mind.
Damon Jackson, what up with you, man? Thank you for being here. I see you. Did I miss anybody else? I don't know. I don't remember. But anywho, that was deep right there. I had to take a deep breath because, and I get it. Like Miss Day just said, I'm gonna piggyback off of that. Not all women want to be in a relationship. Okay, got it. I agree with you. But what about the ones that are dating or want to date, but they are fast traveling from date to matrimony, or in their head, they almost at matrimony. This my whole dude, my old man, my boo, my beau, my. What about those?
They need to get a check. 5150.
Oh no.
And men talk like that's every when they say that they're talking about all women. It's because it's always, well, why all y'all women want, or why all y'all women, when I tell you I don't want a relationship, then you get into this and then you try to turn me into an exclusive relationship. So that's the women y'all dealing with. But they don't reflect every women. You got four women right here saying the same thing.
and
But
it would
y'all
be
still lump us all into one group of all of us
Lump
women.
nobody into nothing. I just asked a question.
yeah, and
But
then it
you
would
do you do too. You say all women and then you
Oh,
might
here
correct
we
yourself
go.
and say,
You trying to make me into Kevin Samuels tonight. That's what you want me to be, huh? That's what you
Oh
want?
man.
But in turn, we do
no.
that. In
Right.
turn,
Let me
we
go
do
get
that
me
with
a
the
drink.
men
Let me
sometimes
go
too.
get me a drink. No, I'm not trying to lump all women nothing because all y'all don't think the same. Some
right,
of y'all is NIAS. Some of y'all are just like the fellas are NIS. hmm We don't want to get banned tonight.
right,
But at the
right,
same time, some of us, we want what we want. That's men or women. We want what we want. I want a peace of mind.
The
That's
first thing.
PIECE. I just want a peace of mind. So if you're
Mhm.
not coming into my world, into my life to bring peace, PEACE, you don't got to be around me, period,
Period.
with a T.
Read Walter's comment.
I am. I'm gonna turn this over to Miss Day. She got it. The first thing to figure out, what is your definition of dating? Most are confused of what it means to date someone. And I'm gonna go back to what Miss Amanda said. Dating is the process of getting
Getting to
to
know
know
someone.
you, getting to know all about you. Let me learn about you. Who are you? Who, what, when, or where? What's my favorite color? Where did I go to elementary school at? Who are my besties? One of them, anyway, that's here right now. But anyway, oh, you thinking, Dana?
I'm thinking, is that dating information or exclusive information?
No,
I'm
that's
trying to
what.
think.
Okay, so then, if you're thinking, what topics, what conversation do you have when you're dating? What questions do you ask?
All the basics,
Me?
where they're from, about their
Yeah.
family, about their background, work,
Definitely ask
all
about
the
that
basic
background. Like, is anybody in your family a serial killer? Let's just start off with that. Bring us two more. I want to hear this.
Oh
Because
shit.
maybe a
because
little
you know
bit
what
about
these
their
motherfuckers.
dating history.
I don't want to know that.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Busy V-Rod said women think they can change men.
Some
Some,
women do.
some,
Some
some.
Uh-oh.
women do.
Wait, Busy. You did not just lump all the women together. You didn't see
Some,
Miss Day just throw her whole head over. Some.
some.
Okay. Some women. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
So, you know what?
what
Some people are just controlling and they want to change whoever it is, men or women alike. They are controlling.
Thank
So
you.
I like you so much. I want to change you into what I want you to be, what I want you to look like and act like, smell like, dress like. You see what I'm saying? You done took somebody and turned them into something completely different from who they really are, and you say, "Hey, that's what I'm in love with." You made somebody up in your head, and you control the situation. So you made this person be what you saw in your head and your sick, twisted fantasy, and now that person is empty inside because they don't even know who they are. And that happens with on both sides of the track, not just men, not just women. People do that. It's one of those things that happen and people act like it don't happen, but it does. You like, man, you doing something? What kind of sick, stuff like that.
Mhm.
So that's my take on that. Yeah.
But but Dev, like if you're changing somebody or trying to change them, do you actually really like them?
Obviously not. That's why I said you see this person, and I like what I see. I like what I feel like when I'm around you. So I'm gonna change you into being a completely different person. Not even a completely different person, just fit to my standard, fit to my mold. That you might not. A square and a circle can't really fit into the same situation. You have to turn too much. It's not
Well,
gonna work.
the circle can fit into the square, and the circle is getting all their needs met, but the square has little pieces that they're not getting met
Exactly.
the space is not being filled. That's a whole nother conversation for
Yeah, I mean, because they, well, yeah.
Look, I'm gonna sit back and just listen to Amanda. Like, what?
I will say this though, when it comes to the whole fast tracking of the relationships, I think it's interesting. Like when people say, okay, well, somebody, whether it's a man or a woman, like they're trying to like mold and shape the relationship or push it in the direction where they want it to be right then and there. But my question is always to the other person who is like saying, like, I don't want that or I'm not ready for that. Why are you dating that person then? Because it's serving a need for you. So like if you're dating a woman, for example, and you told her, you don't want a relationship and that's what she wants, why continue on with her? That's also problematic because it's serving a need for the man too, whatever that need be at the moment, whether it's to get laid, whether it's just he wants the temporary company, it's serving a need for him too. So I mean, it's one thing to address somebody being controlling or being pushy, but I mean, the other person has a need that they're trying to get the circle and the square that they're trying to get met too, which is why they don't nip that at the bud. Like set the boundaries. If that's not what you want, then why even engage that person? Find somebody that's on the level that, that you're on or that's going at the pace that you want to go at.
I think sometimes two things are done um, as far as their needs being met. So women and men both do it. It may not be somebody that I necessarily want to date. However, I'm gonna keep them on the back burner because it might be somebody I want to sleep with. So we're gonna keep them over here for that. But it's not really somebody that I might want to date in those terms. Men and women both do it.
I'm reading the comments, you guys. I got kind of sidetrack on Miss Rhonda here. Said, I can change you without saying a word. Rhonda, can you expand on how so? I'm curious.
We need
Personally,
content.
Need more
yeah,
context.
we need more content. Please tell us. So, oh, here we go.
There go her
Walk
response.
out your life, and you wouldn't know I'm gone. Life too short for foolishness. Okay,
Baby,
okay.
baby.
Because I got confused for a minute. I get
Yeah, so
confused
did I.
easily.
Yeah.
I get
And
confused easily.
it makes sense. If this is
Right.
something that you don't want, don't even deal with it. Okay, he said he don't want this relationship, or he's not looking for a relationship. Cool. Let me move over here on over to Tom. I'm gonna send old boy over there with Sue. Y'all remember Sue?
Oh, not
But,
Sue.
but wouldn't that be like a deal breaker anyway? If y'all had sat down and said, "Okay, I want to be in a relationship," but this person is saying, "Well, I don't." Shouldn't y'all make a decision right there? Like, you know what? What we do? Let's. I tell you what, because I don't want what you want. You don't want what I want. Boom. I'm gonna holler at you. I see you at the club or something. I see you at the restaurants or downtown or something like that. But other than that, you should make a decision right there. We need to talk about this because we don't want the same thing. Let's go ahead and fix this right now because we don't want to wait 2, 3, 4 years down the line. We didn't start off wanting the same thing. So somebody gonna try to make somebody do one thing or the other, and it's just not gonna work out. Just go ahead and
What
start.
I
Well, that's dating, right?
But what I was
That's
gonna say,
dating.
I was gonna say too, pertaining to that, what I've discovered recently. Well, I knew it all along, but it's becoming more and more relevant nowadays. Men are selfish. So instead of sitting down saying this is not what I want, I'm gonna just roll with it because I want to keep her here until maybe I will, maybe I won't. That's selfishness.
Hmm. Hmm.
You
Yeah.
okay?
The
You
pot
okay,
simmering on the back
Amanda?
of the stove.
You moaning over there?
No,
You
I said pot simmering on the back of the stove. Yeah, no, I've spoken to plenty of my girlfriends, and yeah, it's like there are people who won't communicate what they want at all because like it's kind of a fallback. Men say women have fallbacks, and men have fallbacks too. Back to what Devin was saying, I completely agree. People don't sit down and have that conversation, and it should be deal breakers. The problem is the other person. Everybody's playing chicken. everybody is waiting for the other person to give into what they want. So just like the woman or the man who wants the relationship to move faster is waiting for the other person to change their mind, the other person that wants the slower pace or just wants to kind of, hit and run is hoping that, okay, he or she changes their mind for that too. So everybody's playing chicken, and that, in my opinion, is why a lot of people don't just say, "Oh, this is a deal breaker." It's like, I'm gonna wait it out because they'll bend to what I want. So
that's nuts.
It is nuts, but
can I ask a question or make a statement? When does sex come into the equation? Because when it crosses over to that, it's a game changer for the good or bad, but that changes up things real quick too. Whether it be on the men's side or the woman's side, they might decide, they want something else once you cross into that type of relationship and you're dating. It's an equation to think about.
You don't even have to be dating. Once that happens, that changes.
Exactly.
Like this is breaking the time-space continuum. As soon as that happens, like, you know what? We're on another timeline now because you can't go back from that threshold. You see what I'm saying? Once you get to that point, that whole relationship is completely different.
Right. But it happens so casually nowadays. It's different from when we were in our prime, I guess. I don't know. From what I hear and see somewhat like it. So I don't know. I just think that's an equation and that throws things for a loop sometimes.
I don't think it's different nowadays. I think it's just more amplified at this point in our life.
And
Why?
maybe more acceptable.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's too much focus on it. So the question is,
Sure.
why do we focus so much on that? If we are supposedly dating to get to know you, that process of getting to know you, or you getting to know me, or we getting to know each other, then how do we get time warped into that part? Because I'm gonna use Devin's word, because society around us all the time, all you get in music, on TV, in fashion is what? Sex, 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 and sex.
It sells.
We don't go to the nightclub to do the cha cha. We on twerk fest. And then when you got the twerker and she really can twerk, and that's not all women, but when she could twerk, now we popping bottles and hey, and we all with it. That part. So if we pump the brakes, hit them just a little bit. No, hit them a lot. Hit the brakes. Slow down and get to know somebody.
Sure.
Then you don't even have to deal with that part until you are ready to move to the next level of it. I mean, that's just my opinion. Yeah. So dating continues to be a challenge for a lot of people. One of the main reasons for it is because we don't have an actual definition for ourselves. What is my ultimate goal for dating? What is my objective? I'm dating. I think my guy Damon Jackson, dating with a purpose. What's the purpose? Is purpose, I'm just looking for somebody to be my homie lover friend? Am I looking for somebody just to be my friend? Am I looking for somebody to become my soulmate, my marriage partner? What am I looking for? What are my goals? What is the objective? And a lot of
I
us don't
really
have
think
that.
that I really think that that should even now be discussed during the um phone stage of, dating. So you should pretty much, from your phone conversations, pretty much know like if you guys are going to be on the same page or not.
Hey, but look. if you talking to a dude maybe a week on the phone, you might be talking to him on the phone, you might be texting him on the phone, and out of nowhere he hits you with, "You gonna make me come over there and whoop you." What? You gonna make me whoop you? Your response is what?
Is that a
Well,
What is
promise?
that? No,
See? See? Fuego said, "Is that a promise?"
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Oh my goodness. But what is your response? Honestly.
You
I
said
mean, what?
they've been talking on the phone for how long?
Yep. Let's go with a week or so.
Well,
Maybe 2 weeks.
my response in a week is one, I'm not concerned because you don't have my address. But then what that also says to me, you're telling me what you want from the go.
Hmm.
Because if you're talking about whooping me, we a weekend. You whooping me for what? And pull up on me and there's somebody else in here, so you gonna whoop us both?
Oh.
So that weekend, when you make comments to me like that, that tells me in the back of my mind, because I'm gonna keep it in the back of my mind. Okay, I know what we doing. I know where he at, and I know what he wants. That's just how I feel about a statement like that. Because a week, you shouldn't even be. I mean, I can't say shouldn't be because everybody's topics of conversation are different. Everybody carry themselves different. But if you are trying to get to know me in a week, we shouldn't be having conversations about you whooping me. That's just me. Not only that, you don't know where I stay, so it's cool.
So you don't want none of that?
No, no, not in the first week.
Not in a week.
Oh my goodness. And so in a scenario just like that, Miss Amanda and Devin both said it. You know, when you see something that this ain't what I signed up for, that's your cue to exit. Stage left or stage right, whichever direction you want to go, that's your cue. Unfortunately, some of us, we stick around. We stick around because, hmm, I wonder, I, I probably could. So we stick around. We look back and we keep looking back at it and we keep looking back at it. And we didn't had all the telltale signs and the warning shots like, no, 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 no. But
Yeah.
you go,
Don't do it. I'm gonna see. Let me see.
look
It
at
might
look
not
at
be that.
look at Damon's comment. Look at Damon's comment.
how about the eighth? That one?
The the eighth day. So we said a week. So now he going with the eighth day.
That's funny.
My God. My guy right here, Damon Jackson. Good evening, Damon Jackson. That's my bro, y'all.
Hey,
But
That's
you
funny.
know, that's the truth right there. We men, women, men, us, y'all, all of us, whatever. We
and
ignore
then
stuff and them. We ignore stuff because we want what we want when we want it and how we want it. I know this is kind of dangerous, but I just gotta because I want that. So we make that sacrifice on behalf of getting what we want. And then guess what?
It's
We
really
get
not what
more
you
than what we
want.
bargained for. And
Or
then now we looking like somebody that stole the world from us, which in some cases they did.
yeah,
Well,
But
there's some women, and I guess I don't can't speak on men, but there's some women who are just so desperate to be in some type of relationship that they accept those red flags or try to outweigh the good and the bad or whatever, and it's kind of ridiculous sometimes to see it. But there's some that are just desperate to be with somebody. They have to be with the man all the time, and I can't grasp it. but there are some, so they let those kind of things go.
Yeah, they let them go. Hell, some of them are actually putting the flags out there.
Right.
Red flag. And
Mm.
and they don't even realize they even putting out the flags themselves. But guess what? I see them over there though.
They
I,
claiming they state.
hey,
But
they
in
walking
anyway,
around peeing on fire hydrants and trees, making a mark like that's all me right there.
man, yeah,
No, it's not you.
Right.
Because at our age, most of us anyway.
y'all age.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna say that.
Y'all been messing with me for a long time.
Look here, Moses. I don't know. You look like you done been to the mountaintop yourself,
I was
but
just about to say all that
Yeah,
crap.
Stone
you know,
Mountain in Atlanta though.
look here, he done dipped in the flour and the white milk. But anywho, at our age, though, we have a better understanding. We should have a better understanding of what we need as an individual. What fuels your fire? If you don't know who you are, you're in trouble. You don't got
Yep.
a lot of time to be trying to figure that out. Now, maybe if you're
Nope.
in your 30s, you got a little leeway. But if you're in your 50s, you ain't got no leeway to be trying to figure it out.
Yep.
Peace.
Absolutely.
Peace. I just need some peace.
Yep. I'm quite content with sitting here talking to myself because self gets me. I'm over here chilling, listening to my music. Do not interrupt my peace if you don't know what you want. Leave me alone. Just that simple. I'm cool. I like me. I'm cool how things is rolling. If you don't know what you want, don't poke the bear.
Right.
Especially if the bear asleep.
Right. Because you didn't interrupt. Sleep is important to me.
Hibernation.
Oh my goodness. That part right there though. Rhonda said some women looking for love.
And that's
Some
okay.
men looking for love too.
That's
In
okay
all the
too.
wrong
Love in
places.
all the wrong
But
places.
for the women that's looking for love, you have to find the men that's looking for love because that's the only way it's gonna work. You can't be looking for love and he out chasing skirts. It's not gonna work.
Rhonda on the roll. She says some women become cougars because some men our age still trying to figure life out.
I'm
Girl,
already a
ain't that
cougar,
sad?
so
Ain't
mm.
that
That
sad?
wasn't a cougar sound.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That
Put a
was
little bass in that. Put a little bass in that.
Cheetah.
I,
Cheetah.
I'm sorry.
A little bit more ferociousness in there.
Strong.
Oh, okay, Fuego.
Oh,
We got the
punishment.
right.
Devin, you the host
Hey,
now.
she only
Sean's
come
on
out and I
timeout.
got fired on my day off, Craig.
Sean on
Hmm.
timeout.
Hmm.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. DJ said the
He's on
song by
timeout.
Marlena Shaw, Go Away, Little Boy.
Oh, I'm gonna have
Ooh,
to
that's a
listen to
classic
that.
right there.
I'm gonna have to
Go
listen to it.
away, little boy.
Right, okay.
Come on, y'all too young. I'm
Y'all don't
sorry.
know
Y'all
that
don't come
I
on.
don't
song?
think
Devin don't know that
if I've
song.
heard it, I don't know. I have to listen to it.
Okay, you yeah. Uh Sean says, I'll pass on the cougaress.
Yeah, I just said something else. I had to read it
Hey,
twice. I'm
Me
like,
Sean
too.
wait a
said, put
minute.
her back at the
Right.
you want to be the little kitty? Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Yvette know about that. There you
She
go.
said that's
See,
the jam. I
that's
have
the
to listen
jam right
to it.
there. So
Yeah, that is.
that's the truth, you guys. Dating it's a tricky situation, but it's a situation that honestly only you can deal with that for yourself. Some of us, we outsource our issues, problems with dating to our friends, and if your friend ain't telling you true stuff, like Amanda started the conversation on her part with, some things that she's heard. I'm pretty sure Amanda's a straight shooter. She gonna tell her friends, "Girl, you tripping. Leave that alone. Move on." But if it's something that she, needs to tell her friend hold on to, guess what? She gonna tell her that. Well, that's what we all supposed to be doing with one another. Hey man, leave that girl alone. You now you know good and well she won't. Why you over there? Wow, no, leave that alone. Why?
As we say,
Because
all right.
hey,
No, all right, keep on. Keep on going over there.
and the sad but crazy part of it all for everybody who is quote unquote looking for someone, there's tons of people out there. Tons. It's easy to meet somebody if you are a people person. And often we mix up the people person with that's the one for me. That's the one. Because on the outside it's nice and shiny. But if you ain't taking the time to invest and find out about what's going on the inside, you don't know what you get.
5150.
You can get 5150, 4952, 2080. I don't know. You going to get something. But you have to spend some time, man. Stop rushing to get to the goal of a title and understand you and where you want to go. Is this somebody that, you like, you're attracted to? That's right out the gate. Based off of my knowledge, women know within the first how many minutes? We done talked about that on this show. First 2-3 minutes, or was it 30 seconds? I don't remember. But women know within the time limit of their selves, that's the one though. He can get it. Right? We ain't even talk about relationship. It's just straight to he could get it. I like him. And once you determine that that's the guy that you like, now the door is open for you to have that conversation or have some conversations or the messages, phone calls, texting, whatever, lunch, dinner, and you're just building on that. Okay, so if you have been going out for some dates and here we are 2 weeks later, is that the go ahead? Okay, now we can say we in a relationship, or are we still enjoying the process of dating?
2 weeks is awful quick though. Oh yeah, we go together.
That's right.
Like no, we not. Why you in my house?
Hey,
Please.
I've watched some friends of mine. They just got engaged. When you get married, the marriage date is way in 2023. I was like, okay, well that's some time. Way in 2023. It's not that far away, but it's far away based on the date that they have. So that gives them plenty of time. Obviously, they've been dating for a good while to even get to the marriage part. Kudos.
It gives them time to what? Back out?
Fuego.
I'm not gonna that's crazy. I'm not gonna commit and not know
Hey.
Fuego is in the corner with Orlando today.
Hey, she talking tonight, so don't bother her. Leave her be. Hey,
that's funny. That's
time.
True.
That's all I'm gonna say. Time. Whatever it is that you're gonna do, it takes time. Whether it's dating with the purpose of marriage, it takes time to build on that. So if for any reason you think that, you know what, this movie is boring, I'm trying to get to the end, so I'm gonna fast forward the show so I get to the end so I can see it, don't do it. Magic says, I like her. Yay! That part. What else, you guys? It's 9:15, basically. We got a little time. Anybody?
I was gonna say, but here's the thing, and this is tricky because I've been married before. Well, I had a wedding. So here's the thing, because in the dating process, we try to say that we're going to get to know. That's the whole thing of dating, getting to know that person, right?
Right.
But I'm going to tell you, I was with my ex for 10 years before we got married, before we had a wedding. And I swear, by the end of that, I could tell you that I did not know this person. This was not the person that I spent 10 years with. So, do you really know someone?
Oh, that sounds like to know someone deeply is to know someone softly.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was gonna come from somewhere.
I'm gonna give it to myself. Terrence Trent D'Arby, he's back again.
Damn it.
Anywho,
Terrence Trent D'Arby and that damn COVID is going.
okay, so to your
I
question, Miss
mean,
Day, here's my
so
question.
my
Here's
question, yeah, that, so I want to ask somebody, I want to ask the panel that, we say we're dating to get to know somebody, right? I thought I knew my husband 10 years. I thought I knew. But when people do something to you that hurts you significantly, I mean, that hurts you to your core, and you will say, because you never think that they would do that to you. You know what I'm saying? Because you think you know them. And in the end, I did not know this person
Mhm.
that I divorced. I did not know that person. So, are we really getting to know people as we're dating? Because it was 10 years for me.
I
Can I
don't think
ask? Can I answer a question with a question?
Yes,
In 10 years, do we change?
yes, we should. We
So
should. The
what are
person
the
in my 20s is not going to be the person in my 30s. The person in my 30s is not going to be the person in my 40s. But we have to be growing together.
Mhm.
But when you do something that is out of your character, or I'm expecting you, that I would say that, because when people get married and you would think that person would never do that to me, and then they turn around and do it, and you like, oh shoot,
It's like
did
who
I know
sent you?
that?
Hmm.
Go ahead, Devin.
No, I'm just saying. I'm piggybacking what you're saying. It's like who sent you? You. It's like this whole secret agent type. What's really going on? Is this a hit? Because you think, okay, you really what they say. You really think you know a person, and then they hit you with something. You be like, you know what? And then you start rethinking everything you ever thought about that person, especially certain things like, I don't know, never mind. Then something
Mhm.
major happens. It's like, you know what? I remember a little while ago, but I don't think you ever supposed to stop learning a person and who they are. I think as long as you're gonna be with them, you should always learn and try to learn more about each other, including yourself. Because yeah, you will change in 10 years, in 5 years, in 20 years. You're gonna change. So if you don't go back and check in to make sure that everybody is on board with the changes that everybody has made, everybody doesn't change for the better. Some people change for the
Like
worse.
we still on the same train,
Right.
going the same way.
But I just need to know, okay, what car are you in? Okay, I'm in this car. Okay, we're not that far. Let's still meet each other in the middle. Because if
Yeah.
we don't, you're gonna look up and one person may be the conductor and one person might be the caboose and the train getting separated.
Yeah. That's
Mhm.
true. I feel that.
Choo
Very
choo.
true.
Damon Jackson says,
Sweet pray.
that's why I said dating to date at my age was a waste of my time. I dated my wife to marry her. It's a totally different mindset.
All right, Damon. I know that.
Sean says, you damn near have to keep reintroducing yourself over the years to each other. We grow so much.
Yep.
Facts.
Yep.
Facts. And that's for those of us in the married community, been married, in a relationship. Relationships require you to adjust, to compromise, to adjust, to compromise, to adjust, to compromise till you get to you guys are no longer together, whether it's by way of your departure from this earth or whether it's we just moving on because we just don't agree. But it's a constant change. It's a constant, not even change. I'm gonna call it constant adjustment, fine tuning. You're always fine tuning, just a little turn here. Oop, that's a little too tight. Got to loosen it up just a little bit because when you batten down the hatches too tight, something bad could happen. When the bolts is too loose, something bad could happen. So you always got to make the adjustments. And I think that that's a part of us, men and women alike, that we are still at this point afraid of adjustments. I'm not about to change who I am for you. You ain't about to change for me. When we should be going, you know what? Let me tighten up on me a little bit here. She says, let me tighten up on me over there. We say, let's tighten up on us. And we start working like well-oiled machines and we add the oil as we need it. But a lot of times we're not doing that. And I'm no different than the next person. I got my own issues. But
But
at the
you're
same
only. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
but at the same time, you have to recognize that that's what it requires. It's an adjustment constantly, constantly. At 53, at 50-ish, a lot of us are set in our ways, right? I got a certain way that I fold my shirts, socks, and drawers. So if you said, hey, I'm going to rush your clothes for you, I'm going to tell you, no, that's okay. I'm good. Why? Because you're not going to fold them the way I fold them, the way I've been taught. Runaway Little Boy, when that was playing in the background and we was washing clothes and cleaning up, got the pine sol and the ammonia, I fold my clothes a certain kind of way. So for that lady, now she's going to have to learn like, well, you know what? Let me learn how to fold it the way he likes it. I'm sorry. Carry on, ma'am.
No, I was only going to say, as far as the adjustments are concerned, um, we're only going to make the adjustments for those that we want to, period. If it's somebody that you like, then of course you're going to make the adjustments. And like you said, with the folding of the shirt, you're going to do things that that person likes because I'm do things the way that person likes because this is in the way you're going. So we need to make the adjustments, but you're only going to make the adjustments for those that you're interested in.
Uh, Yvette, I don't mind. I'll fold them, no problem. Oh, shoot.
It just goes back to two big parts of a relationship: communication and compromise. You know, compromise is a big part of it.
And just willing to make those adjustments. I know you don't like it a certain kind of way. Guess what? I got to move a certain kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
I like it as, hey, don't burn my toast. I don't want my toast burned. Please don't burn it. Do everything in your power not to burn the toast. But if you serve me burnt toast, I'm gonna look at you cockeyed like you ain't heard a word I said, huh? Nothing. I don't like no burnt toast. Now I got to get up and go make my own toast.
Boy, all she gotta do is
Hey,
take the knife and scrape it.
hopefully you figured that out before the 2023 wedding.
Hey,
How
that
not
ain't
to
me.
burn the toast.
Figure it out. Like, come on, come on.
I don't
But
like croutons on my salad.
croutons. Hey, I like croutons. But that's what it really is, you guys. That you know, dating is it's an art. It's an art that we've lost. We've lost. I mean, something as simple for the older, even older than us, where the guy comes to your door, possibly gonna meet your parents, right? Now it's not even like that. I have a whole 19-year-old daughter about to be 20. Don't let no dude come pick you up talking about pop 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 pop,
It's gonna be some bop bop by. Hey, open
or
the door, move out the
or
way.
or if it ain't that, you're gonna get the oh, that's him. I gotta go.
No.
Who? Who is who? Who? Where?
No,
No.
the difference now is they not meeting your parents, they meeting your sons at the door.
And
Hey,
grandkids coming to the
In
door.
my case,
hey,
anyways, there's two
right.
big sons they got to get through first.
And guess what? They got to deal with that because if you guys, Claudine, y'all remember that movie? We talked about Claudine way back in season 1, but Rupert, the trash man, he met Claudine. She was at work, and he wanted to take her out on a date. On a date, he said, "Let me pick you up, little lady." She said, "No, Rupert, I can't do that." Mm-mm.
What she say?
Hey, no, Rupert, I can't do that. Right? He got on that trash truck and was about to smash. He was about to mash out, right? And here she come running down the street like, "Hey, hey, hey, hey." Gave him her whole address. Who did I lose? Miss Day? Yeah. Gave him her whole address. And when he got to her house, he got met with a whole big surprise. What was the surprise? All them kids. All of them. All of them. Look, I'm gonna put it in stereo. And when he got to Claudine's house, Dana, who did he meet? All her kids, all of them. So guess what? Maybe some of these fellas do need to meet them kids, or fellas, maybe some of these ladies do need to meet your kids, because this is what I am. This is who I am. This is what I'm about. Or
But
this is
within
not.
reason, though, I mean, if you just casually date somebody else, you
Yeah,
don't say
yeah.
everybody your kids. No,
No,
Yeah.
no,
Look,
that's,
don't take it to the
that's
No.
extreme. I
I
didn't
was
say that. I
reason
didn't
about
say
that.
that. I
Yeah,
didn't say that. I didn't say, because if that's the case, then why do we talk about Claudine? Claudine was a it should have been a one night stand that really grew into something else. It went from a one that they were supposed to went to go get something to eat, and what did they end up doing? She fell asleep in the bubble bath with the Joy dishwashing liquid, and he ordered chicken in the bucket.
And she came home smelling like chicken.
Come on. Matter of fact, they went as far as fuego, fuego, having sex on the first date. Now, I'm not saying that that's what y'all need to do. I'm not promoting that, but I'm just
No.
using that as a great example. And then in the middle of what they was doing, and they was laying there chilling, then you heard, what was that? That little mouse that got killed in the mouse trap. But guess what? She didn't run. She was like, "Oh, okay." He was like, "Am I gonna see you again?" "Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. You don't want to see me. I got all these kids. I just asked you if I could see you, right?" Kaboom. So real life happens. Real life is full of change, you guys. We have to be willing to make those adjustments in ourself. That comes first. Don't try to change the person on the other side. You can't. You don't have that power. You have to work with you. If you can help that other person make some adjustments to themselves because they said, "You know what? I really need to work on being um, spontaneous. I really don't know how to be spontaneous." Dana says, "Oh, I'm spontaneous. I like spontaneous. I need you to be able to not be embarrassed to go dance with me." Well, you're going to have to Show me. Teach me. Music Soul Child said it. Teach me. So it's 9:29, y'all. Might as well say it's 9:30. This was a great conversation. I appreciate y'all. We always bring in the fire. Fuego, 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 fuego. Y'all got any final words for the night? I'm gonna start off with Miss Fuego. What you got to say? Final words.
Don't give up.
Don't give up. Don't give up. That part right there. I like that. I like, as a matter of fact, here. 100 proof.
To always remember that each new relationship should start new. You cannot take your past relationships into the new. It's got to be a clean start.
Miss Amanda.
I'm sorry. We're doing
Final words.
Oh, I'm just basically echoing what people were saying. I think just communicating all throughout your relationship, not just in the beginning, but all throughout, and making sure that if you're taking the temperature, we're going to call it that, taking the temperature, and making sure that everybody's on the same page and going in the same direction. I think that relationship check-ins are definitely a must. Dating check-ins are definitely a must. And, being aware of what you really want and going for what you want. And if somebody's not offering what you want, setting that boundary and moving on to something else.
Miss Day.
I'm going to say be present in that moment. Be present in the moment. Don't look too far down the line. Don't bring up your past into that. Just be in the moment, see how y'all vibe together and how you can grow. And that's it for me. Just be present in the moment. Enjoy the moment.
The dude, Devin.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say, just on the subject of dating, when you're dating and you get in a relationship with somebody, keep dating them if you don't want somebody else to do it. That's what an older lady told me, and it stuck with me all of my life. That was back 20 years ago, and I'm like,
yes, Devin.
That just makes sense, because you don't never stop dating somebody.
I'm sorry.
You shouldn't.
My guy,
I like that.
Amanda was over here like this. Hey, first, let me just say this. Shouts out to my fellow Drew crew. Look who's here, Dana.
What's going on, Ruth?
Ruther's in the building. What up, man? Another one of our childhood friends from the block. I'm gonna end like I'm gonna give the people the final word. I love your panel. They rock. You guys, I could go on and on. Again, I'm not that guy who's the guru at this, but at the end of the day, I do know that we do need to make adjustments in our life. We need to constantly adjust to the temperature that's around us. Sometimes it's too hot. Fuego, fuego. Sometimes it's too cold. I don't know. Anybody cold up in here? Anybody hot? No, why? Why? Because we cool. Cool. But you just got to keep making those adjustments, man. That's what it boils down to. Don't ignore those red flags if you see them. If you're putting them out there, stop. Stop putting them out. Take a moment to enjoy you. That's our time, you guys. From the desert to the sea, and to all who decided to chat with us, good evening.
Good night.